The definition of rumor is what we all consider to be gossip. If you know anything about Fleetwood Mac and their 1977 Rumors album, you know where I'm going with this. If not, you're about to find out. Welcome to Walt's Vinyl Albums. Today's podcast will be very exciting for me because I bought Fleetwood Mac's album Rumors when I was 14 years old. I have loved this album for 47 years. The album was released in February of 1977, and I was 13 then. But as a child, I had to save up the money in order to get the album. It wasn't until my birthday in July of 1977 that I was able to run to the record store and get it. Stevie Nicks was the love of my life. Well, for that month anyway. Hey, you know how teenagers can be, right? She should have come to my house, pulled out a brand new Rumors album, signed it, and given it to me. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was her biggest fan. 47 years later, I can still tell you the label and number on the spine of the record. It was Warner BSK 3010. I even hid one in the store so they would at least have it for me when I could afford to get it. Yeah, that's how we rolled back in the 70s, living in the big city of West Hollywood. Now, before I get to the information regarding Fleetwood Mac's sales of Rumors, I feel compelled to remind you folks that you can never compare sales of music today with the way albums were sold in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You just can't. Nobody from the digital age and beyond will ever outsell the music that was pressed onto albums, and that's simply because of the per capita, the per album itself. Now listen, if you want to prove me wrong, have Taylor Swift, the most grossing artist today, release an album only, nothing online or digital of any kind. Then the music label has to truck them to brick-and-mortar stores and see how many sell. Then they have to take demo copies and give it to all of the stations around the country or even the world. And let's see how far she gets. Because if nobody lit up a computer or lit up a telephone, you'd never know what a Taylor Swift was. That's just the way it was back then. Just like when we didn't have telephones in our pockets. We had to go home to make a phone call. Now, the only way a radio station can play it is to receive the album by shipment or mail and play it on a turntable each time they play it. So yeah, trying to beat the recording values, the sales values, and the pure relationships with producers, radio stations, and labels is starkly different than years ago. If you truly want to hear and see the difference in all-around quality, put a 70s album on, sit down, close your eyes, and listen. In the autumn of 1976, while still recording, Fleetwood Mac showcased tracks from Rumors at the Universal Amphitheater in Los Angeles. This is what we're talking about right here. Now, John McVie suggested the album title to the band because he felt members were writing journals and diaries about each other throughout music. Warner Brothers confirmed the release details to the press in December and chose to Go Your Own Way as a December 1976 promotional single, which once again they had to deliver to all the radio stations. The label's aggressive marketing of 1975's Fleetwood Mac, in which links with dozens of FM and AM radio stations were formed across America, aided the promotion of Rumors. At the time, the album's advance order of 800,000 copies was the largest in Warner Brothers history. Did you know that the Rumors album almost never happened? That's right. Decades later, Stevie Nicks opened up about her tremulous relationship with Fleetwood Mac bandmate Lindsey Buckingham. Speaking to The New Yorker, the Rumors singer explained her and Buckingham's relationship were on the rocks when Fleetwood Mac was formed, but the two knew if they broke up, then it would ruin any chance they had for the band to have international fame. You just have to throw yourself into your song, she said. I mean, I broke up with Lindsey in 1976. We'd only been in Fleetwood Mac for a year and a half, and we were breaking up when we joined Fleetwood Mac, she said. So we just have to put our relationship kind of back together because I was smart enough to know that, Well, if we had broken up in the second month of being in Fleetwood Mac, it would have blown the whole damn thing. In 1977, when Fleetwood Mac's iconic album Rumors was released, it was naturally filled with breakup songs as the band's relationships came to an end. Not only were Nicks and Buckingham navigating their breakup, but band members Christine and John McVie were also separating, this time for good. Rumors is frequently considered one of the greatest albums of all time. In 1998, Q placed it at number 3 behind The Clash's London Calling and Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. In its list of 50 best albums of the 70s, in 1999, Vibe featured it as one of 100 essential albums of the 20th century. In 2001, VH1 ranked the record at number 16 during its 100 Greatest Albums countdown, while Slant included it as one of its 50 essential pop albums. The same year, USA Today placed Rumors at number 23 in its top 40 albums list, while Rolling Stone ranked it at number 25 in its special issue of the 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. In 2003, the highest Fleetwood Mac placement, number 26 in a 2012 revised list, and number 7 in the 2020 and 23 lists. In 2000, it was voted number 31 in Colin Larkin's all-time top 1,000 albums. You go, Fleetwood. In 2006, Time named it as one of its all-time 100 albums shortlist, while Mojo featured it in its unnumbered list of 70 from the 1970s. Decade's greatest albums from the 70s of 1970s. Come on, man, that is awesome. The record is included in both the Guardian's 1,000 albums, To Hear Before You Die, and the book 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die. For the 2013 reissue of the album, Pitchfork's Jessica Harper gave the album a rare 10 out of 10, earning it a Best New Reissue designation. As of February 2023, Rumors was reported to have sold over 40 million copies worldwide, making it the 5th best-selling album of the 1970s and the 9th best-selling album of all time. Often considered Fleetwood Mac's magnum opus, Rumors has frequently been called as one of the greatest albums of all time. If you're a true fan of Fleetwood Mac, you can click on the Fleetwood Mac link below and read about all the things happening with them today. Also, I put a Rumors of Fleetwood Mac link down below so you can check out the greatest Fleetwood Mac tribute band in the world. Now, I want to thank you guys for supporting me at Walt's Vinyl Albums. I love the music on albums, and I do love telling the stories. A lot of these parts of these stories you haven't heard before, and it's great to learn new things about great music. I invite you to like, subscribe, and share. Those links are also below. I have been recording random videos on YouTube for years, and YouTube has been playing ads on my stuff for years, and yet they have never sent me a dime. So don't worry, I'm not doing this for clicks. I really do appreciate you guys. The nice thing is my videos will no longer be random because I believe Walt's Vinyl Albums is my true passion. Now, I do have 2 Rumors albums, so I will be having a drawing. If you live in the continental United States, comment and like, and one lucky viewer will win an original 1977 Rumors album. The drawing will be announced on the April 28, 2025 podcast. All you have to do is comment and like. Sharing is optional, totally up to you if it's in your heart. I do want to provide enjoyable content, so let me know what I can do to make your experience here better. Thanks for watching and listening to Walt's Vinyl Albums, and as always, God bless, be safe, and don't forget to spin those albums loudly and proudly. I will see you again soon.